So I'm just doing the body here, and I'm going to use pipe cleaner as the legs. I don't unfortunately have any black pipe cleaner. Okay, we're going to make this simple little boo sign with the little ghosts in it. This can be a door hanger, it could be just a wall sign or something, wall decor, or any of that. I'm going to use my scroll saw to cut this out. It looks complex with the drawings on here, but it's really simple. I'm just actually going to do a simple thing. I have to be careful down here at the O because I don't want to cut the ghost's body out. I'm not going to layer it. Normally I would layer things where I would put the O by itself on one layer of wood and then the ghost on another, but I'm not going to do that with this one. Like I said, I'm keeping it simple. I'm just going to cut out this part that I've shaded, these parts, and I shaded them just so I keep it straight in my mind because I don't want to cut through here. I'm going to try to paint the ghost, his shape and everything here after I get it all cut out and sanded and everything. So let's move over to the scroll saw. I forgot to say, for those who might not know, in order to get the scroll saw blade in here to cut this hole out without crossing over the B and cutting that, I have to make a hole so that I can stick my scroll saw blade up in there and then cut it out that way and then unhook. But I'll show you. Okay, I'm going to cut all the interior holes first before I cut out the shape of the boo. So we lift up this part, which helps tighten it down. We twist this knob to let your blade come out. And then you have this L shape at the bottom that you can push your blade over and pull it forward. And then you tilt the board, look for the hole underneath, find the hole, and then reattach the blade. Tighten down. I decided not to use plywood for the bats and the spider because it just chips apart. I was able to carefully, extremely carefully cut out these bats and they turned out great. But the spider, I did once try to cut out the spider's legs and it just immediately broke off. So I'm just doing the body here and I'm going to use pipe cleaner as the legs. I don't unfortunately have any black pipe cleaner, so I'm going to, after I make him, I'm going to paint these pipe cleaner legs and the body black and hope that it takes paint okay. But that's how I did it. I'm really pleased with the bats. They're really thin. I planed that wood down till it was this thick. I think it's less than 1/4 inch, and it worked. I love it. So we'll see if the spider looks okay, but the little boo guy looks great. The colors we're going to use on this piece are lime tree, black, and white. I had painted the sides the color of whatever was on the front, like inside here white, inside here green. But I think I'm going to do the insides all black, just like the outlining, and on the sides black. Let me know what you think. Would you leave it like this with the color that the front is, or would you paint the sides black like I'm going to do? While the main piece dries, we will paint the bats and the spider. Okay, we're going to try to work on this spider legs. Now this is the head and this is the body. And I'm actually not too sure about how we need to do this. Let me just cut off this much and just test it out. So, alright, so we have 8 legs there. Well, let's do it. So I'm just going to pinch the very tip like that. And that's where I'm going to glue it underneath the body. Let's see. I'm going to start at the front for that, actually. Put it up here. Actually, I better not press it down to the table. And then bend it like that. Actually, I want it forward like this. Like that. Let's do another one. Put it here. Try not to stick it to the scissors. Like that. And we'll continue on until we get all 8 on there. I realized while I was looking at my inspirational piece that I totally did this part wrong. No one's called out to tell me you're doing it wrong. He is supposed to be going through the O, not in front of the O. So I have to paint over this part right here and make it look like he's going toward the back. And I'm not sure because this green is very transparent, so who knows if it's going to cover it up. But I'll do it. I'll do the best I can at it. Look at this. Can y'all see that? I mean, I come outside and I work on my project, and this was not here last night. I mean, can you see it? Can you see the detail of this thing? That's nuts. And the funny thing is, right now I'm about to go into the workshop to work on my web for my project. Well, I did it. There's the spider. Can you see that? His little 8 legs. That's good. It's a little, funny enough though, with these legs, it makes the bats look kind of flat, but that's okay. So, and I also worked on this guy. I fixed the part here so that he goes behind the O. I also drew in his arms here and here. So that's good. And now we're going to move on to making the webbing. now the final placement of the bats and the spiders. Right here. So it kind of covers up some of that web, some of that long web. And that's it. That's our project.